Hi.
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 Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Giorgio.
you.
Hi.
Oh, sorry?
Giorgio.
I could.
Yeah.
You
Like
have
Armani. George.
George.
Yes.
Okay, I'm Mumu.
Mumu?
Yeah,
Ah.
M-U-M-U. How?
M-U.
Just George.
Yes. Giorgio in Italian.
Georgia. Oh, you're Italian.
Yes.
So how do you
So know
spell your
yourself.
name? J-O-J.
G-I-
J-O-J-O.
G-I-O-R-G-I-O.
G-I-O-R-G-I-O.
So it's like
Joe.
Joe.
Why?
929.
What?
It sounds similar.
That's.
Yeah.
Do you know the phrase of cold jokes?
Yeah?
That's.
Okay. That's a cool joke. Yes. That's why it was not funny.
So, is there any meaning to that, George?
No, we don't have meanings like Chinese names.
Uh-huh.
Foreigner names don't have meanings.
Well, some
They
English names
see,
have
they
meanings.
do have etymology, so an origins. For example, Giorgio comes from Greek, I think. It's a Greek name that meant peasant. Peasant, like...
Yeah, I know peasant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. How about your name? Which,
Mumu.
because I know they have meaning.
Full Chinese name is Zhou Zimu.
周子木.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, because normally, like when foreigners trying to pronounce Chinese names, they just kind of drive me crazy. Like because I don't want to hear them repeating the wrong thing, but I also don't want to keep on teaching them. You know. So Mu is my the
Okay.
last word of my name.
Mu like wood, that kind of mu, or no?
Sorry.
Mu like wood, the character. Mu.
No. The character means harmony.
They always have this very poetic meaning. I love Chinese names and characters. Harmony. How beautiful is that?
Thank you.
So, where are you from?
I was born in Hunan. Do you know?
Yes.
And I grew up in Hainan.
And after that, you moved to Shanghai.
Actually, first I go to Beijing to work for a few years, and then I go to Hunan for probably half year, and then I went to Shanghai for a year, and then I went to UK for a year, and then.
Wow. You're a little bit of a gypsy.
Oh, thank you.
But that's a quality, because when you move so much from one place to another, you have to be able to adapt to every kind of situation. You know? So
Yeah,
that's kind of,
yeah. I think probably I like that though. I like that I'm able or capable to survive or live in all kind of situation.
Yeah. We have a similar story in this sense. Because I
You
also lived
travel a lot
in
in
many different places.
Which one's your favorite?
That's a good question. But you know, it's like
Question.
it was yes. Oh, thank you. 谢谢. It was a little bit, according to each different time of my life. So every place was very significant. Maybe
Come on,
much
give
younger.
me the real answer. Which one's your favorite?
To be honest, I wouldn't know how to tell. The longest one has been China. So China, it's a real place that I can call home. But the other ones were also very interesting. You know, I lived in New York, in Berlin and Buenos Aires, so very different places. That's why it's hard for me to tell you, know. Maybe the best place would be, one combined with all these different aspects.
Okay.
Which I'm still looking for.
Okay.
But China has been my home. I spent like 1/3 of my life. I spent like 12 years here.
Wow.
Yes.
Do you speak any Chinese?
Exactly. This is the question. It's hard
You
to
don't
answer.
speak any Chinese?
I can speak a bit, but let's say surviving mode. Okay.
Wow.
Yes. I can travel. I can work with my Chinese, but I couldn't be here like to really express my feelings with you. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that. So it's always been Shanghai.
Yes.
Okay.
But even though without the language, I managed to really get into the culture. So I think I have a quite deep understanding about Chinese culture, traditions, modernity,
Okay.
and people. Yes, because I've been very curious, traveled a lot. I had a relationship with Chinese girls that also taught me a lot.
Oh.
So
How many?
Important, let's say 3.
Okay.
Like maybe at the beginning a bit shorter, I was younger. The last one was like about 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, which part
So
of
much to talk.
Italy you are from? Because I have classmates and friends that are Italians.
I'm from the north of Milan.
Oh,
It's
okay.
called Lake Como.
But I have good impression with Italians. I hope it's okay to call that.
Yeah.
Because my classmates who's from Napoli he's crazy and funny.
In the south, they're very warm. They're very funny and very passionate.
Where you come from, it's not.
It's a little bit more,
Really?
straight.
Like Germany?
Like a little
Oh
bit German.
no.
Yes.
Oh, that's a big no.
Yes. Because we're very close to Switzerland, so
Uh-huh.
it's close to the mountains. It's a little bit different temperament, The
I
weather is more like Shanghai, so like cold winter and hot summer.
Oh.
But still Italians, but just a little bit different. I think it's a better way.
So you're okay. Wait.
We're harder worker, first of all.
I have the question like, the world famous question about Italians and their pizza and putting pineapples on pizza.
Yes,
So-
we're getting there. So you're gonna ask me if I allow that in my family?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, let's be honest. Pineapple and pizza is something that I even tried, and it doesn't even taste that bad. Okay.
Okay.
Or like another one, big one. I know Chinese love it, but
What?
cappuccino with
Sugar.
French fries and
wow.
salty things. For us, cappuccino is only until 11:30. After 11:30, they don't even serve it to you anymore.
I see.
It's a breakfast thing.
So why
things.
didn't you coffee? Why you didn't choose coffee?
Coffee, maximum 3 per day. More than that, it gives me a little bit of a tachycardia. I prefer. Good tea is very good. And
Okay.
I chose osmanthus because this is a good old memory from Shanghai. Because I think I discovered this smell, this aroma in China. I didn't know about it before.
Ah.
And I remember there was these 2 weeks, during the fall, every year that I would smell these amazing things that felt like paradise or something. And then I discovered that it was osmanthus, that I also do osmanthus tea.
Ah.
So it's a beautiful memory.
How long do you plan to, stay in China?
And now I'm a little bit in a transitional phase. So I also moved back a bit to be closer to my family, but I still keep working here. I still have my company for design. So
What kind of design?
I'm an architect by formation.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow.
I was graduated as an architect,
Uh-huh.
but after I opened my company, I started to work more in interior design. So it's
Oh.
more inside, right? Not
I
the
see.
buildings. It's more like a decoration for.
That's nice.
Yes.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So you just help decorate a lot of fancy house, the interior.
House, I try to avoid. It's a kind of a long
No
process.
house.
Yes.
Apartment.
Yes, it's a long process. Clients own it. They're not in a rush,
Oh.
and maybe sometimes the taste is not really matching.
Yeah.
I prefer to do commercial projects like restaurant,
I
shops,
see.
retail, or offices.
That sounds like
Yes,
a fun job.
I'm doing a restaurant right now, an Italian restaurant, of course.
But there are some Italian restaurants in Shanghai that's really, I would say, successful.
Ah, for sure.
Yeah.
I had a restaurant too back in the days for 3 years
In Shanghai?
in Shanghai. I tried a lot of different things in these 12 years. I even had a gelato shop.
Really?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
All the typical ones, of course.
But it sounds really fun.
This is what I loved about China. It allowed me to try so many different
Yeah.
things in life. It's such a, it's like playing Monopoly with life.
And you can't do that in Italy?
The economy is more stuck. It's more flat. It's not so dynamic, And there are more rules, more bureaucracy,
And less
more tax,
population.
and less population. As here, it's a big country with a lot of opportunities.
Okay.
And in which field are you? What do you do?
At first, I was more like I think my first job, it was like a translator for a golf academy. Do you know Tiger Woods?
Yes.
I was translating for the coach for Tiger Woods.
Okay.
And after that, I did, thank you. After
You're
that, I did more like international cooperation project of hotel management and hotel brands. And
Okay.
then I went to UK to study drama and theater, and I came back.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I came back, did some international education. But now I just quit my job last weekend. I just want to rest a little bit. And
Congratulations. This is
the resign.
Yes. This is a time, to just
This is exactly
recenter, refocus yourself. And
this is exactly the
enjoy
kind of
this time,
answer
yes.
I want. Like congratulations, because normally when you tell people that in China, they will start, especially families, they will start worrying about you, get anxious
the
for you.
future. And everything.
Exactly, but like, how about just congratulate me?
Of course, because you've done this. This is part of you. This is where you come from, and
Thank you.
your new chapter is for you to write. So it's beautiful. It's you're taking your life in your hands.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See.
We share this passion for drama. I've also done a bit of theater. Yes.
Real in
Yes.
China?
In China.
No, Shanghai Theatre Academy.
No. It was an amateur thing, but we had this Italian crew of actors. Some like really amateurs, some a little semi-professional. I was in between.
Okay.
And every year we set up a show, a comedy, every
Wow.
Christmas for the Italian community and audience, supported by the Consulate of Italy.
But just for Italian.
Yes, because we have also Chinese friends that come to
but
see it with subtitles. But of course, we act in our own mother language, which is Italian.
Oh.
And then I did once a short movie also here. Nice
See,
adventure.
I can see why you love here, because you got the opportunity and
To explore.
to do anything. But
Yes.
I feel like for most of Chinese, it's not like that. Yeah.
But you have to understand that as a foreigner, I don't have this pressure of society around me. So because you never belong really to this part, to this system.
Yeah.
So I don't have the pressure of buying a house, buying a car, to get married, all these kind of things. So I have more space to explore and to choose my own way.
That's true.
It's embraced also in your history, and Confucianism and everything. So to live more in the moment rather than procrastinating and think about always a future. And also what happened with COVID taught us that future is not for us to know and to predict. So maybe giving more value to now and today, it's meaningful, Right?
I feel like for a lot of young people, Chinese, they just, because the pressures are too high, so they're reaching the level of, I'm just not gonna give a damn. I'm just go the completely opposite side. So I'm just not gonna give a damn. Just gonna live true to myself.
Yeah. And how many years did you spend in the UK?
A year.
A year in London.
6 months in London and 5 months in North Wales.
My sister lives in London.
She worked there.
She's been there for 25 years, so a long time, very established. But I never visited anything else outside of London.
Do you like London?
Yes and no. It's a beautiful city, but when something hugs you, that you feel welcome. I never got this feeling in London. I don't know why. It's very big. It's very hard to navigate
it's cold.
it.
The vibe.
The vibe is cold.
Yeah.
People are on their own. So there are other places that I felt more home. Yes.
I know.
But it's very beautiful city.
It's nice if you want to study like drama and theater. I think that's probably the perfect place in the world.
One of the best. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But living-wise, I don't know.
Are you going to continue this career for acting?
Probably. I was thinking, because when I was in UK, it so happened just to be the time of pandemic.
Yeah.
I couldn't finish the project. So I was thinking to reapply and go back and like from the top again, like applying a master of acting, and I was thinking that. But part of the reason that stopped me was also, the whole coldness.
Yeah, I understand.
But I do have a lot of friends there already from like the previous program trainings and stuff, and they are doing like studying acting there.
What do you like mostly about acting? What's the things that really makes your heart beating?
I just think it's fun. It's fresh and new every time. Are you hot?
Yes, a little bit.
You can take the jacket off.
Yes,
it's
maybe,
fine.
yes. You think it's fun and entertaining?
Because I hate office job. I can't just sit there
me
and
too.
facing the computer. Or you look much better without that jacket.
Thank you. More formal.
So, and it's fun. It's fresh and it's new every single time, and you have to be completely committed to it.
You have to believe in it.
Yeah,
character,
it's a challenge every time, but it's a challenge that I like.
And which one is your favorite role? Are you more suitable for like dramas or comedies?
Me? I like assassin kind of role. I love comedy
wow.
too.
Okay. And do you prefer stage so that you have a contact with the audience, or you like camera?
For me, I think either both then are fine.
Oh, I like stage because it's so much
'Cause
more
you-
real and it's there. So it's the emotion is so much stronger. So every time you go on and you know that the crowd is waiting for you, and you have to remember all the lines, and you're always afraid about it. And you go out and you have the flashlight blinding you, but you hear the people rumoring and you get this energy that is incredible.
I see.
Yeah. And then what other passions you have or hobbies?
I love dance. I love horse riding. I love last year I start tennis. I like it.
Oh, nice. And which kind of dance do you do?
So when I was a kid, I learned ballet,
Okay, the classic.
and I love tango.
Ah, wow.
I learned tango a little bit.
Yeah. Beautiful. I lived in Buenos Aires, and I don't know if I told you, in Argentina.
Yeah.
That's where tango was born. It
Yeah.
gives me goosebumps to watch this kind of shows.
So you never do that yourself?
I tried it, but it's complicated.
It's not complicated.
It's hard to do it well. It's like walking, of course, but it's to have this kind of style and beauty of seeing it. It's complicated. So I learned salsa here. Yeah.
See, I don't get
Latin dance.
salsa.
It's beautiful. Come on, the music gives you so much energy.
I don't know. For me, it's too. I don't know how.
Latino.
Too Spanish.
Yes, but it's beautiful. It's a very nice couple dance.
But you say you do surfing.
It's called kite surfing. So there is like a kite in here, yes, and you're attached to a harness, and this propels you.
You do normal surfing.
No normal surfing. So I come from a lake in Italy, and it's in summertime there is a lot of wind, so it's a very good water sport for where I come from. But you can also do it in Hainan.
Yeah, I tried
Yes.
like normal
Wanning.
surfing in Wanning once. I love it. It's really fun.
And were you good?
No.
That's good. You're honest.
No, because I tried that once, and
Yeah.
that first time I tried, I managed to
Yeah.
like jump on the board and stay still for I don't know. 10
But that's being
yeah, for the first
first
time.
time. It's talent. Yes. Good job.
Good job myself.
Yes. And what's your favorite food?
It used to be spicy,
Okay.
all kind of spicy, but now, I think there are a lot of food from different countries I like. Some Japanese food I like.
So good.
Like I love sashimi. some Korean food, Chinese food, absolutely.
So good. I miss it when I'm in Italy a lot.
I know, when I was in UK, I feel like I'm dying without Chinese food.
And do you enjoy cooking?
When I was in UK during
You
pandemic,
have to.
I have to,
Yes.
and I burned the kitchen so many times. Yikes.
Your honesty,
What?
I love it. You always say the truth. This is a good thing.
Why not?
Yes, sure.
Like, I want people, friends or anyone I met, I want them to accept who I really am. So
Sure.
if I burn the kitchen,
That's what happened.
that's what I do.
Yes. Maybe next time I'll want to burn it again. Yes.
Yeah, but it's a fun experiences.
Yes. And how about if I can ask you, how about your relationships?
Yeah, I have one. When I was in UK, I have a British boyfriend.
Okay.
He's really much younger than me, but he was gorgeous, like really tall, really handsome, like Hollywood star level handsome. So I kind of fall in love with him like the first sight.
Yeah.
And so we were together on and off probably for 2 or 3 years. And when I was in UK, we lived together because of pandemic, and that's how I find big gap between us.
Cultural gap.
It's not culture.
Or the age.
Culture-wise, I'm really adaptable, but
Okay.
it's more about the age and personality.
Okay. So the perspective.
Because he's really much younger than me, and the way he handled things was, anyways.
Yeah.
So we had to.
But you had feelings, no? When you discovered this, you were still in love.
When I discovered that, I just feel like the love I had for him just gone. Day by day, just like.
Okay.
Whoosh. So it was really hard time because we were kind of stuck together, and he's really miserable and painful, heartbroken because he feels that I don't love him like I used to anymore. So there was a lot of fight.
But were you able to communicate in a healthy way?
No.
Your feelings?
No, I don't think it's possible during pandemic and during the mindset
Yeah,
of that.
no, I understand.
So we break up. But that one was quite important for me because when I first met him, that he's the first one that I thought that I first had the idea that I want to marry someone.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was very intense then.
Yeah, it was, and I still think that he's the one that I actually in love with. He's the one that I actually loved. So beforehand, I had other boyfriends before, long term, like 3 years too, but I don't think I really loved them. Maybe I grow love, but it's because of the time, not because yeah.
Yeah.
And beforehand, I dated a German boyfriend for 3 or 4 years. It's like, German, sorry. That's so, he just himself, he's like very strict. He's completely different of me. But we were together for a long time because I was really young. I don't really know what I want. Actually, I tried to break up with him the first month, but he was really into me, and I don't know how to break up with him. And I just end up spending 3 or 4 years and almost married him, but thank God.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. After we were together for 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what did you love most about this guy from UK?
He really understands me. I just think anything I say, anything I feel, he really catches up. He really understands me, and I think emotional, spiritual level, he really matches with me perfectly.
Okay, so
Also-
lots of layers.
Yeah, because I met him when I was in US. We basically spent probably 5 or 6 hours, and then we were separate for 3 months until we see each other
wow.
again.
Oh, wow. It was really love at first sight.
Yeah, so that 3 months, it was only phone calling, but it was like day and night. And I never in a relationship like when we're not sleeping, we're because of time difference, we were calling and we were writing emails, like long mails, love letters all the time.
It's
And
quite romantic.
it's so romantic.
Like the good old days.
It's really like, I just feel like, wow, I've never met anyone perfectly matching. And because, when you're in a relationship, you can get, insecure of telling the others, of trusting them how you feel, because they might not feel the same, but he exactly feels the same how I feel, and we were really madly in love with each other.
So you believe in this kind of instinct, right? That tells you what is right and what is wrong for you.
Yeah.
Your brain can like play tricks on you and say, yes, no, maybe I should do this. But instead, at the end of the day, it's like really your heart and your stomach that tells you that this person is right or you.
I don't know, because when I first met him, I just love him because he's,
Handsome.
I didn't expect to see him again, actually, because I'm leaving soon. I didn't expect to see him. I didn't expect that we will be on a phone call. I have no expectation that he will be, emotionally, spiritually matching with how I feel the whole time, because it happens a lot that you could tell the other person, oh, I like you, blah, 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 or you are expecting messages, but they are playing games or they are doing this and that. But he's not. But I didn't expect that from the first, though.
And which kind of man do you think suits you now in this time of your life?
I think understands me, cares for me, and it doesn't have to share similar interests, but share the curiosity of the world, like me. Because like the previous, the German one, I don't think he has much interest to the world or anything.
He's more focused on what he does and a bit every time the same.
And when I say cares, like you want to feel like the other person, they genuinely curious about you and cares about you.
Yeah, they want to discover everything, the journey together day by day.
Yeah, exactly.
You as a person,
Yeah.
all the experiences. And would you like to have a family? You see yourself, you imagine yourself as a mom one day?
Probably. Only if there is really someone that I can trust. Because I always think like, carrying a baby, giving birth, it's so much sacrifice.
Yeah, it is.
Because like it's not just your body, it's your life there. It's another life there. If it's not someone you really can trust, it's not gonna work well.
It's a responsibility.
It's not just, and women sacrifice so much from carrying a baby. Why? I always wonder, why can't it be the guy to carrying the baby?
Yeah, but I mean that doesn't last so long. It's 9 months of as a burden, no? Then
it's not just the 9-month burden, the damage that does to your body.
But that's eventually you're gonna get older anyway. You're gonna lose your body figure anyway.
No, I won't.
Yes.
No, I won't. I will make sure I still look stunning when I'm 60. Yeah, I would. Yeah, that's the goal.
I kind of disagree with this. It's just once you're married and you have a family, maybe you'll be less focused so much on yourself.
It's not the way that you look. It's health-wise. Why the guy can stay nice and beautiful and the girl have to destroy their look for the kids?
That's a good question that we'll ask Bob.
And it's a big responsibility too, because it's a life there. You don't want it to,
Yeah, of course, you don't want to put it in a world that it's not ready for him or without someone to take care of him. And it's good to share it with a solid partnership,
So tell me about your previous important relationship.
let's say I had in total maybe 4 or 5, but like big loves. And they mostly have been love at first sight. Yes, it's like you see someone and you recognize something in that person. I didn't really believe in past lives until I came to China, no? Because we don't have it in our culture.
So now you believe?
I kind of have something that I feel that it's either call it destiny or either
I know
our
what you
paths
mean.
crossed before, that you feel this person is so familiar and is so since day one already part of your life. That's why I was telling you it's an instinct, you recognize, because you said the word trust, which is very important. But trust is something that you give or you don't give. Oh, you can tell me, yes, we can build up the trust. But in first place, I think it's something you give or you don't give.
Yeah.
And if you have to decide whether you give it or not, it comes from here. Because maybe you can think and think and think, and then you don't know what this person really is. So in the end, it's like, it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a bit childish and naive, what I'm saying, even though I'm like 40. But I think real love for me has always been like this, and I think it can only be like this.
Me too.
The other times that I tried in the past 2 years, I've been, still dating and trying, and met women that were closer to my age, and they told me, oh, at our age, things don't work like this, We choose each other according to the compatibility, like you were saying. We share the same values, we share similar interests, I mean, we can go through the catalog and say,
But
okay,
there's
you
no
match me,
chemistry.
but then there is something missing and no chemistry. I don't think for me this can grow with time.
Yeah. Exactly.
For some people it can, but this is not for me, that's for sure. And I want to still live like this, because that's the only way I feel alive. If you don't love, then it's just, I don't know, I'd rather be alone, I think. So,
Yeah.
and again, if you want to have a family with someone, there must be this, because that's the only chance that you chance to stay together for the rest of your life, So I also look for, like you, for a person that is very similar to me. I think it's easier. Of course, not the same. We can still learn one from another, but it's easier to have a similar direction,
I always think it is instant instinct thing. Like basically, you just know.
Yeah, you just know.
Yeah.
And to be honest, one thing that changed for me is not anymore. Maybe I used to be more focused on the exteriority, the look. I think this is changing. Because, and if you have value too much that part, it's a bet that you might not win, Yeah.
Yeah, I do. It's not like I value that part a lot. It's just like I think you just don't want to give up on yourself. You want
for sure.
That's it.
Yeah,
It's not
that's
like
called self-love. Of course, I also like to take care of myself, and do whatever I can to stay in shape. In Latin, they say mens sana in corpore sano. That means healthy mind in a healthy body. You need both to have this stability, right?
You look young for your age.
Because I shaved.
So if you don't shave, you look.
Well, I look a bit older.
Oh.
I'm starting to get white hair. But it's okay. That's why I'm saying I accept it,
But
it's time. Now the challenge is to keep the hair on the head.
really, like
A lot of foreigners, they get bald very quickly.
then just shave.
I like my curls.
Okay.
But yes, I look quite young because I have a young heart.
So what kind of? But you just told me like what kind of girl or female you would like.
See, I like someone that is into art like me, that has a sense of aesthetics, someone that likes music and a little bit of everything, curious about all the beauty that surrounds us. Then I like people that are sweet. This doesn't mean that they always say yes. It means that they can say no,
Yeah,
but
I
in
know what
a
you
tender way, There is, communication is very important. Also, how you say things, right? and then we can grow together. Yeah. Especially they say when a relationship ends, they say if that person has been good or not for you, if it has made you or
Better
didn't.
person?
Yes. If after that you're a better version of yourself, I think no matter how you suffer and how heartbreaking and painful,
Yeah.
it was worth being with that person. If it just took you from you and it was a sick relationship, toxic, no?
Have you ever been in toxic relationship before?
Yes.
Yes, you have.
Yes, we have. We have to go through that too, in order to know that it's not for us. So, in general, I think I'm happy that I didn't get married before my age, because maybe I'm much more clear now, of who is right for me and not. Yes.
I feel like you're a male version of me.
That's beautiful.
What's your star sign?
Cancer. And you?
You can take a guess.
Scorpio.
Why? I look like a Scorpio?
No, but it's a good match for me. That's what I know. I don't know very well about signs, matches.
But you know
I know matches for me.
Pisces.
Oh, wow, it's a beautiful sign.
Oh,
Yes.
how's that?
Hey, it's a good one.
Why?
Because my grandma was one. And I really loved her. She was the best. She was very centered, like you. I think you have a very nice personality because you're, yes. My grandma was similar. She was a strong woman, like you, but very gentle, very, very kind-hearted. She knew how to say things to people. So they made her. She might have been good in politics, probably. She knows how to talk to people, but to say the things that she means, And I like that's a good quality in life.
Is she still alive?
No, she passed away.
That's sad.
It's sad.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's been some year.
How old was she?
She had a happy life. I'm 94.
Wow. Wow.
Yes.
I'll be satisfied if I lived to
Yes.
94.
You know why she's strong? Because she lived the last 20 years of her life without seeing. So she was blind.
Wow.
Yes. And she never complained about it,
Wow.
That's made her a very strong woman. Yes.
I would love her.
Yes.
I love my grandma.
Is she still here?
No, sadly, no.
Did you grow up with your parents or with her?
There was a few years that it was me, my grandma took care of me.
Okay.
There was a few years. And I just always feel like she loved me unconditionally. Because my parents will have expectations and requirements for me, but my grandma, no, she just wants me to be happy and
Happy child, happy life.
yeah, she just wants me to
Smiling.
be happy.
Yeah.
And I think that's really nice.
Yes.
My grandma had 7 kids. So we have a lot of cousins, big families, which is fun.
Which is fun.
Yeah, it's really
Yeah,
fun.
Chinese New Year must be a mess.
Have you ever experienced
Firecrackers and everything. Big table, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I love
My family
that.
is so small. Now we're
Really?
only 4 of us. There's no
Wow.
relatives, and there's no uncles, aunties.
Really?
Yes.
So your grandma had only 1 child?
Yes. My mom, she had a brother that passed away, and but they were not really close to each other.
Oh, you don't have cousin?
Yeah, I do, but I haven't seen her for like 20 years.
I have 27 cousins.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you even remember their names?
All of them?
That's good.
Yeah, it was fun because we don't see each other for a long time, but during Chinese New Year, we all go back and it was crowded.
Wow.
But it was really fun. I love
Nice.
it. Like one time, I actually bring the German boyfriend to spend the New Year with them before because I just want them to.
Experience,
Yeah.
yes.
They just can't. They don't speak English, but in order to tell the horrible story of me, they learn English on cue and use the translator to tell him all the stupid things that I've done before.
Well, the guy must have been the time of his life.
I
Such
don't know. He's a little bit.
experience.
He's a little bit like yeah. I think he loves the food, but he don't connect with people really well. Yeah, that's what I don't like about him.
Yeah, of course. Part
So
of your
you never
family.
experienced Chinese New Year?
I experienced it not in a relationship, through friends, because I always wanted to. A couple of times, yes. It was
So
fun. Loved
you
it.
went to the countryside.
I went to countryside, yes. I went
And
to
stayed there.
Shangrao once,
Okay, Jiangxi.
Jiangxi, and then the other time was near Shanghai. Yes,
Oh.
also a good friend of mine, with the firecrackers and the fireworks. It was really nice.
Yeah, it's.
And people were happy. There were kids running around. And
They must be curious if you a
Yeah,
foreigner,
yeah,
they
yeah,
probably wanna
Yeah.
be staring at you and taking pictures of you
Yes.
all the time.
they will ask me about my hair, if it's real curly. You know, they touch it, say, 这是真的吗? I said,
Yeah.
"See." That was, yes, the good old days.
Is that a good thing or
Ideally.
bad thing?
Well, I liked it to be a little bit more special. I was like,
Exactly.
yes, give me more attention.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Because
Yes.
even the German boyfriend would be like, I'm not the only Lao White here anymore. All the attention.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. Because I always feel like in Italy people have big families too.
I think it's just me that it's a bit peculiar. Yes.
Do you want to have a big family?
Not so much, no, because I didn't grow up in a big one. I think 2 kids are gonna be more than enough. One, maybe a little bit lonely. If I can have 2 kids, I'll be happy. And cats. I like cats.
What about dogs?
Are you cats or dogs?
I have a dog.
Uh-huh.
There are some cats, just big, depends on the cat.
Dog, if it's like aggressive,
I never met aggressive dogs.
and then sometimes they're a little bit smelly.
Smelly? Well,
Like cats because they're so clean.
yeah, but their poop smells so bad.
Yeah, but they do it in their own place. They have their own toilet. You don't have to walk them around. The poo is covered by their own sand. It's perfectly fine.
What about the hair?
A hair, if you are allergic, it's a problem. Yes, to clean your
Yeah.
clothes.
So you have a
That's-
cat now.
I used to
What
once with
happened
my.
to the cat?
Hey, it was like our son with my ex-girlfriend. She kept
Oh my god.
it. Yeah,
so
he was cute.
You cannot take the cat?
Brought it home. It was our cat.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
we grew him. We got him that it was like this little ball of fur. So I was also very attached.
Oh
Yes,
my god.
so sweet.
Do you get to see the cat?
Not anymore because we don't talk anymore.
Oh,
That's it.
wow.
But I had a cat for 17 years in Italy, long living cat. Yeah. And I gave him the name of my first kiss, the first girl that I kissed, Sonia. It was a Spanish girl during a summer when I was 15. That was my first kiss. But I didn't want anybody to know, you know. And then Sonia, of course, you understand it's a person name. So if you call a cat a person name, it's weird. People will
Yeah.
ask questions. So instead of calling Sonia, call it Sony. You know, like the Japanese brand, Sony.
Ah,
So his name was Sony, just to be undercover.
oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yes, you know, I'm a romantic soul.
That's nice. That's really nice.
Which kind of dog is yours?
I have a poodle. It was a rescue dog. So
Okay,
my
nice.
friend just took it. Like it was like a baby, but it was like by I don't know, right next to my friend's car, and she was having a baby. She couldn't take it, and I saw it. I just say, "You can give to me," and I just bring it home.
Nice, nice of you.
Yeah, because if I want a dog, I like big dog, like golden retriever
Those are
or
sweet golden retrievers. They always
Labrador.
want to play. And
I know, and when they're babies, they
they're
are.
so cute, yes.
Oh my God, they're like angels.
But you need a big house too, right?
Have a golden retriever, probably. Yeah, because they need to run
They
around.
need to run,
Yeah.
have fun.
You can have a house in countryside, and they can run as much as they want.
Yeah. So you would imagine yourself one day
I
living
want
in the
to,
countryside?
because I grew
Are you-
up in the city.
Exactly.
That's
So are
why
you
I-
more attached to nature or to cities?
Because now I have so many requirements when I sleep. I want it to be, it has to be really quiet and no light.
What if your boyfriend snores?
Oh no, I can't. I once dated a guy who snores really bad. You either wait for me to fall asleep or you go to another round.
Yes,
I can't
sleep on the sofa.
Yeah, I can't sleep.
Yeah.
But luckily, my long-term relationship boyfriends, they barely snore.
I grew up in a small place, let's say 50,000 people. For China, it's very, very small. For Italy, it's okay. But then when I was a teenager, 17, I wanted to explore, I wanted to see the lights of the city. So I started to travel and live abroad and spend so many years in big cities. And now I have this feeling of
You want to go
going back to where everything started.
I forgot who was that. It was a famous writer. He said the perfect life is having a house in the British countryside and also having a Chinese chef.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he was into Chinese food, Mark Twain?
Who wasn't?
Wow.
Maybe
a while ago.
maybe I remember wrong. I don't
Okay.
know. Maybe I remember wrong, but we we'll check.
Exactly.
Okay. What's your favorite film then?
My favorite film?
Yeah.
No, I like so many things.
Cool.
It's hard for me to choose. But I like to cry when I watch a movie.
Oh,
I like to feel something, not just, people fighting and
yeah, me too.
yes, like real.
I cry a lot when I watch
Yeah.
films.
Yeah. Hey, if it's sad, it's sad.
Yeah,
I
no, it's
feel
not sad. It just touches me, and I love that when the movie makes me cry. I love it.
Yeah, because even crying, you feel alive.
Yeah.
There's no happiness without sadness. So if you don't know sadness, it's gonna be hard that you're gonna be happy. It's true. Yes.
Yeah.
But I still enjoy so much going to the movie theater
Of course.
because it's something that I never get tired of it. It's a pity because I actually design a lot of movie theaters.
Wow. In China?
In China, yes.
Which
yes.
one?
Yes, Nantong, Changsha, many cities.
In Changsha too?
Yes, Shenzhen, Shanghai, there is one.
Okay.
Show you my design later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very cool, very
I-
creative to do the cinemas, yes.
Okay, okay. Do you go to movies in China often?
I do. I even go by myself.
I do that all the time.
I love to go and watch movies alone.
Me too.
Yeah. You don't have to comment and talk to people about it. Just
it's-
so immersive for you.
Yeah, and also because if that person you ask to go with, they don't understand or they don't share the same.
The same vibe, yes.
Yeah, it's like I just rather go myself.
But I do love to go to movie theaters alone at the last show. So there is no one.
Ah.
I have this feeling that I'm in this
Yeah.
beautiful, enormous space by myself.
I love going to movies by myself too, but some people don't understand that. I don't know, lonely
Yeah.
or sad, but you
Yeah.
don't know my pleasure.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Can I ask you something? Do you think there is a difference between dating with someone from the West and someone from the East, someone from Asia,
A lot.
for example?
Starting with the mindset,
Okay.
Like if I tell a Chinese guy that I just quit my job, the reaction would never be congratulations. And then they like to ask you questions like, what's your height? A lot. And what's your age? A lot.
So,
And I think the things they care or focus about are the things that I genuinely don't care. And I don't think we have a saying of emotional support. So a lot of them, I don't think they are sensitive enough to share or give you the emotional support.
trophy girlfriend, or just have to be beautiful and comply with what, I don't know, society think about how
Probably.
girls should be?
I think if you genuinely like someone, love someone, those things don't matter. But the moment they ask me that, I just lost interest because these are not the things that you should be.
Focused on.
Yes, exactly.
So you're feeling categorized immediately. They're trying to tag you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like people that you don't have to look too much, but take care of your appearances. That's a small part of taking care of yourself. Like you look clean.
Also is a little bit sign of like self-love, you know, if you don't take care of yourself, how can you take care of another person?
Exactly.
What's your relationship with social media?
I scroll them.
But are you like, you're an influencer?
No,
you
I'm
ever
not.
know? Okay.
Because I don't know, because I think if you are influencer, then your life will be too much associated with internet, which
Yeah.
a lot of them are just kind of made up stories. You know, you're faking a lot.
Sure.
I don't want to do that.
And also you're always recording every single moment of your life.
Exactly.
Every time making content, which are not real, you know. Obviously.
Exactly.
And then you expose yourself a lot to people's opinion. So maybe I think your opinions might be also could expose you to a lot of criticism, I think, in China, right? To think and say these kind of things.
Yeah.
Chinese guy could feel offended or and say, right?
Maybe it's a good chance for them to look themselves up and look into a mirror, take good care of themselves.
Yes, and take good care of your girls.
Exactly.
Yes. Nice.
I mean, not all of them.
No,
Just
of course,
all
of
them.
course.
There are some good ones too.
Sure. Do you think you'll be marrying a foreigner guy?
No, it's not about the race, the color, or nationality. It's nothing to do with that. Obviously, it's nothing to do with that. It's more about the person itself. For me, I don't care like which country or which color you are. It's really about the person himself.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You're still open to anything.
Anything.
Yes. Okay. I can say if I have to give a general idea how it's different, because I've been asked this question a lot. How are Chinese girls different from Italians or Hawaiian?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I really enjoyed that the Chinese women can be very, very supportive and very caring and very, very soft, you know, and still being opinionated and everything. So this I really liked. It's very nice and easy to create this family feeling with a Chinese girl. She's willing also to follow the man and to support emotionally. Generally this way that the man has to take care of the woman financially, which is fine to a certain degree to me, because if we are a team, if we are a family, we should play together in the same direction. So I wouldn't want to find a person that rely completely economically on me. I mean, it's of course, if we have a date, we go out for dinners, I'm the first one to be happy to pay. But you know, if we have to think more deeper, you know, buying a house or if you work and if you have access to things, I think it's right for us to cooperate together.
Okay.
And Chinese women, they tend to be a little bit practical, even too much for me. You know, like talking these kind of things, you know, what do we do next, you know, money and when we get married. So I like it when it's a little bit more, Western girls are a little bit more focused on their feelings. They give more priority to their feelings rather than time and life and practical things. But my relationship were more westernized. I think they were more westernized Chinese, not. Yeah, Western girl can be a little bit aggressive, which I don't like. Well, with Chinese, it's easier to find a compromise. Sometimes this can be a problem because Asians tend to be a little bit more introverted.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
probably
express their feeling. So it happened to me sometimes that not talking, not able to expressing
you don't know
something,
what she wants or
what
what
she
she's
wants,
thinking.
you know.
Yeah.
And then you burst into a fight that you don't know where it's coming from.
Oh my
because
God.
maybe if you feel something is not right, you should just first tell me when you feel it. Because then things pile up to a point where you cannot control anymore. So it's always important to have a very deep mutual understanding of each other and healthy communication. And another thing that I don't like sometimes about Chinese girls, they can be a little bit childish.
Okay.
Yeah. Jealousy.
Jealousy.
They can be jealous.
Huh.
Or
Insecure.
insecure or capricious, play the little girl,
Oh, yeah.
this kind of thing. This one is a bit annoying because I'm looking for a woman, not a girl to take care of, Yes.
I think they do that
Yes.
because a lot of some
Dramas.
Chinese guys they like it's kind of an Asian culture thing
Yeah.
because like most of the male they like the female to be young and naive and kind of stupid, like a baby
Yeah.
needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
So would you continue dating Chinese girls?
I'm open also.
Doesn't matter.
Now I spend more time in Europe, so I'm also reconnecting a little bit with a Western girl. I like to date girls where I live, so because I experience more about the place. I really like the aesthetic of Chinese. I think it's a very feminine beauty, I'm a designer, so I'm a little bit keen on things, proportion. I think the female figure of Asian women is absolutely beautiful, thin with the, thin wrist, thin ankle, a very smooth figure, beautiful skin, the hair so shiny. So I like it.
Oh.
Yes. So it doesn't really matter. It's more about the personality.
Yeah, that's for me too. It's never about
The
the
race
race or
is
nationality.
zero.
It's always
Yes.
just a person.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
how do you feel about me today?
I think we connected very well. We're very aligned on a lot of things. Really feel that we are on the same page. Like I was having a good time, and I was happy to continue. And you make me curious because you have a lot of layers,
Okay.
like you have a lot of depth, and it's nice to dig into that. I like people like this, not on the surface.
Me too. I like people who can see that and appreciate that.
How about you?
I like that mindset-wise, we have a lot in common, like mindset. We're really on a lot of same pages and a lot of levels, like movies and how do we see people and how do we like people. You're quite supportive in terms of, in a reasonable way, in terms of when I resign my job and what I want to do next, you can be more understandable. And I really like that you can see, it's really a short time, but you can see different layers of me, the depth of me. That's really important because you don't want to look at a thin, simple layer of someone that's just thin or skinny or pretty, whatever. You never want that. I don't want that.
Of course, there's chemistry afterwards. It's like this is something that it's unexplainable. It's hard to explain, but it's not based on on an image you show and you buy or something. There's the beauty behind that.
Exactly.
That's a real long lasting. Oh, lovely. We are at the sunset.
See, you have the better seat because you can see the view outside.
Because the right moment, it's the best light.
Yeah, I
Yes,
know.
almost fading, yes.
It's nice.
But it's beautiful, this place. I liked it.
So, do you want to have a next date?
I think we had a very good conversation. We're very aligned.
Okay.
And it would be nice also to continue
We can go
getting to know each
We
other.
can go to a movie, but by ourselves.
Okay,
We
we'll sit on the edge
Really
of the
far.
floor. Yes.
Really
and then we
far.
can date afterwards.
Yeah.
Deal?
I just noticed you have a lot of
Yes, a lot of
so many.
jewelry.
That's
It's, yes,
too many.
I
And
like it. They all have a lot of
stories,
stories.
meanings.
This one has been with me for 14 years.
Do you take them off when
Never,
shower?
never.
Not even showering.
No.
So you're gonna come out and dripping waters
Yes.
from that.